Okay guys, so welcome back to part 2 now of fixing the stupid axle. I just put 2 bolts in, a little tighter than I think this impact gun could pretty much just go right through the washers if it really wanted to, because it kind of scarred them now a little bit, but that's alright. I had to show you here. When I put the bolts in, I'll show you the bolts in a minute, but this wasn't lined up. These holes have to be lined up perfectly. Well, they weren't. So I had to loosen the main bolts back up and slip in this guy again. I had to go get another one. Tighten that down by hand so it would, see how this is squished right now? Okay, well that's what I had to do to get it straight. But once I take it out of the vise, this will actually open back up, but not as bad. But this is what I did. 2 bolts, the big hole, and then the little hole. There should have been a bolt right here in the first place, but there never was. So I mean, look what it did now. It pretty much well pulled them right back in line. I lost the nut for this wheel. I had to pop this wheel off, you know, to get the impact down in here. Replaced it with a locking nut. Much tighter. They were so loose before, but now they're nice and tight. Well, there's still some slot, but you know, nothing I would worry about. Same with this one. I tightened up this wheel. You can actually see that I actually tightened it a little bit. Not gonna be able to see that, I guess, will you? No. Well, there's a little bit of a shiny part there now on that nut, or on the bolt, like on the thread part. You can see just a little bit of shininess. So that means you know, they were getting loose. You really can't tighten them much more than that anyway because of that kind of bolt that's in there. But good enough for me. This bolt here I had to put a lot of nut or washers on because it was such a long bolt. 2 on the back side, a small one and a big one, because the small one was actually getting pushed through the steel, so I put another one on. Same with the big guy, it was getting pulled through. You can see it's kind of starting to pull through now, but that's a locking nut too. This one here is just a regular. I could have put it on a locking one, I guess, but I think that's fine. So I'm going to stab it on and see how she fits. Hopefully it looks like it's even. The washers are a little off, but that's alright, no big deal. I guess one way to find out, I guess, if they're level or not. Yeah, see, now when I pulled that back out, she kind of opened again, but not too bad. We're washing, running over. Yeah, that looks pretty straight, I would say. It's not like it's leaning anywhere now. Really. Once you put the pin in, it'll be alright. Let me go do that right now. I'll get you guys set up on a different area, I guess. I don't know where. Let's see here. Freak sakes, like I said, I didn't bring the tripod. I still got almost 80 psi in the tank. I'll have to drain that out later. That'll be later, not now. It sounds like it's slowly leaking out, so are you guys even seeing there? Like, yeah, I guess you are a little bit, yeah. So let me put the I actually just came in the shop to just clean it out a little bit, but then I ended up started working on this thing because I was sick of looking at it. Yeah. I'll have to drain that out later. So we'll grab the pin. We'll slip that back in. Much better. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think that should work fine. Hopefully just to remember now what setting I had of that. I don't know, I think there's supposed to be a washer even on this. But right then. That might be yeah, that's a bit high, I guess, isn't it? Okay. Pull that out. Another pinhole. Scale a little bit on the high side. Yep. We'll go down one more. This is the change, I guess, how the angle is on this thing too. Oh, the board's stopping it. That'd be why. I don't know if that's right though or not. Oh, I guess that is right. Okay. That is right then. Okay. We'll put the pin in so we don't, so she don't come out on us. Ouch. Yeah, I just think it's just right a bit higher than it should be. Much better. Not quite as much flex in it now. Much better. I'm pretty happy with that. It just seems like she's riding a bit on the high side there. I don't know. Maybe I'll see how it is. Throughout the gardening season, if I think it needs to go down a little bit, I can drop her down. I think there is one more pinhole there. Well, maybe there's not. Maybe not, because it looks like you get pretty close to that bolt there. I don't know. I don't really want to drop that bolt, because that's the big bolt that I got in there. But if I have to, I have to. At least I got one on the bottom. But I mean, there's still that little bit of play, but that's just because there's just a pin. I mean, there should be like another pin inside that. But I mean, when you do that, she takes the load a little bit better. It's still going to probably bend it eventually, but I don't know. Let's see how that works out. Hands all shit now again. So, I don't know. Seems alright. It's not bending. That's not breaking the bolt yet or nothing. So, oh, we're sitting on my vise. That would probably why she's a little funny. Shit. Sitting on my locking pliers. That might be a little better now. I hope. Lock these up because I don't need these anymore. Okay. Now we got to put the depth gauge thing back on, but I'll probably end up doing that later. I don't need to do that right now. So yeah, like I said, I did tighten the wheels up just a hair. They seem fine. And that one's a locking nut, so that should definitely be okay. And it is just starting to go through that locking part of it, so it should hold. If it falls off, I'll just stab another one on, or put a regular nut on. I'm kind of starting to like the locking ones better because they'll hold it twice as long, decreases the chances of it getting loose or slipping. So yeah, but I guess if I wanted to adjust it, I would have to take that top bolt off, because there is a hole there that I need. So yeah, I don't know. It just seems like from here, like it's riding higher now. But it might just be because I haven't driven it yet this summer. I don't know, I guess it seems okay. Because when you put the weight on it, she still kind of wants to twist, but Could be better. I guess it's better. I don't know, maybe I don't have to buy new axles. I would like new axles because I would like to just weld two together. Reinforce it some. I don't know, maybe I'll do that later on this summer. I think these will last me long enough that I could finish, or I could start tailing. And then we should be okay. I know I got to put the depth set gaugey thingy back on. And I think our prints were done then. I didn't think I was going to be able to fix it. I thought I just have to buy new ones. Well, I don't think these are going to last anyway because they're kind of cheap and cheesy. So I'll put this on after I get done videotaping. See, I mean, there should have been another pin in this, or at least a bolt anyway. So this bolt here is just to stop this thing from going too far. Either way, you don't want to tighten it up because then you'll start peeling this in. I might tighten it just a bit. It looks like it could come in some more. So yeah, I used the impact gun. Floor's a little dirty, so the tank won't blow up. But so yeah, that should work. If I have to reset that depth wheel or set the wheels to ride a little bit lower, the top bolt will have to come out. That's the big bolt that I got in there. I didn't want to use that, but I guess I kind of had to help peel it back together. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Another thing too, I guess if I wanted to, so I don't get so much play in it like that, instead of using pin, I could use a bolt. Take that little slap up that's in there. That would help a little bit more too. I like the pin attach thing better because then if I have to drop it, then I could. Even though I don't plan on. Well, I mean, if you should break the wheel or something, or the axle starts to bend on it, at least you can take it off quick and run to, like to your shop or something, and weld it back up and or replace them. It's it's good that they're quick attach. I still got to finish the throttle extension. That's about ready to go. All I got to do is get a shorter bolt for that, and honestly, I could go right to the garden with it. Then I don't even have to cut it in half. I want to because I think it's a bit too long. But see, it's a bit too long. So I'm probably going to cut it down. Take a couple inches off it anyway. I keep throwing some WD-40 on it so it won't rust. But I don't know if that's going to stop it or not. But so yeah, what's also disappointing too is that DeWalt had now come out with their air-powered impact guns. 1.5 inch like this guy is. No clue how much they're worth right now because I went on their website and you can't click on it. Usually they'll have a list of the new stuff, and if the stuff, I guess, is written in blue, you can click on it and it'll take you right to that item. But for the impact gun, it doesn't have that yet, so they must still be kind of working on it. But I bet you they're probably like $200-300, and I only paid like $70 or $80 for this thing. Nothing wrong with this guy. I'll definitely be using this guy for a while because I know I won't be able to afford a DeWalt one because I know they're going to probably be expensive as shit. So no problem with this guy. This guy, even like Savage Lamar said, they can run forever. You just got to oil them and stuff. It's true. I could get. Honestly, I would like to get at least 5 or 10 years out of it. That would be nice, so I can save up money and get me a better one. But if I can get a lifetime out of that, I might as well save me, another $70. But yeah, I think that'll work. It should not peel itself apart like it was doing. That's another thing too. It kind of made it unstable because it was peeling. I'm still afraid that it's going to bend at that crack, right where it kind of bends. I'm a little worried about that. So, seems fine in other words, but if they bend too far out of place, I'll have to buy 4 of them anyway and weld them together and then bolt them bolt them to get together too, so they don't have to use a longer bolt, of course. But really, I think you only probably need one, but I put the two in there so it would help peel it back together. And then you move up one and you peel that all back together, because it'd be probably kind of hard on the main bolt. It'd be hard on the first one to peel all that back together. But then I decided to leave them both in there so it'll increase the strength. I like the big bolt because it'll take a lot more load than the little guy, and the little guy's right there at the bottom, so yeah, he's going to take most of the load anyway. But if he snaps, we'll put a bigger one in, but I'll have to probably somehow round the hole out a little bit, but it's not something I really want to do. So yeah, we still got to do our cold start to this, and probably get it loaded up and get it to the farms, and probably another, I'm hoping maybe next week sometime, because this week looks like it's not going to happen. I mean, it's still probably a little wet yet anyway, but I know on the, well, it's the south garden, but it's on the north side of it, right up along in the garage area. It gets pretty hot there, even on a cool day, because the side of the wall is black because of the shingle crap, and that really heats it up good, and you got all the heat going onto the garden too, so it really dries good there. We could be at least tilling that and seeding it, but it's been so cold lately too. It's finally a decent good day. I mean, there's hardly any clouds, sun's out, no rain for a damn once. So yeah. Hope that works. Hope that'll save me some money. I don't know. We'll see how it goes for the season. If I don't notice any splitting or any breaking anywhere, well then, I guess I'll just let it go. I guess I honestly think it was probably just peeling right there where the bolts were, because it's supposed to be bolted there and it's not. So it's actually, you know, opening itself up, making it more unstable and making it look like it's bad. So I don't know. Maybe I don't even have to buy any new ones. It just looks like, too, when you put the weight on it, it just looks like they flex a little bit. Oh, scrap metal. They flex. So you can't really do it one-handed because you put too much weight on the one. But I don't know, they probably move like this much. But I guess a little flex is alright, but not a lot. Honestly, I don't even like any little bit of flex in those things. When you got a big tiller like this and tiny little axle things, you know, it's really gonna fuck it up good. So, but that should take care of it, hopefully. If not, well, then it's on to plan B. Plan B is to buy 4 new ones, cut 2 of them in half, and then buy some welding wire and weld them together. So, that should hopefully fix the problem. Seems like it has. It's not peeling itself apart yet, you know, because I'm not really using it. It just kind of sits there. Can't do anything with it right now because it's still too cold and wet. So, well, it's a little bit, you know, it's like almost 55 out, so it's decently warm. I think another thing I could do too, if I think this tiller's too high for me, the handlebars can go down a little bit too. I think they're already all the way down. I don't know, but no, there's another slot there too, I guess. If I wanted to, but then see, I think then there you have to rearrange the wiring a little bit. And I'll try it. I don't really want to mess with too much stuff right now. Every year it'll get a little bit better for me because I can fine tune it. Right now the axles seem alright. I'll put the axles to the test in hopefully the next couple of weeks anyway. Gotta check the oil level and that. I think it's probably still full, but I know it is due for a changing. I guess this here is your fill. This is your drain. I think I had this out one time. But, unless this, no, I think this is your fill. I think this is for the gearbox, probably. It's for something anyway. But I'm pretty sure this is for your fill and this is for your dump. I don't know what this was for. I think it would be nice to put like a little bumper on this, like a little brush guard. That'd be kind of cool. But there's nothing. There's only that one hole to bolt it to. There's nothing else to bolt it to. You know, you'd have to maybe pop this little guy out and just like a little bracket there. I mean, the bumper's not going to do anything. It's just going to be for looks. If I ever really did decide to do it, but who knows how much longer I'll keep this damn thing anyway. Well, I mean, I'm going to probably keep it for a while, but as soon as I can get well, yeah, I probably got to keep it anyway, because even if I do get the tiller for the tractor, I'm going to need this for, I guess, for going up in between the rows. But this, at least I won't be using it quite as much then. So, but yeah, so hopefully that'll work fine. We'll see if she peels herself off or not, or breaks, or bends, or cracks, or whatever, Hopefully it doesn't, because I don't want to, I really don't want to have to, buy new ones. That would suck. But I guess what can you do? We'll make her last for now. See how she goes. And then, should be okay. Clean up some of these tools. I'm going to throw my washer back. That's the one that was kind of bent, but I straightened it out. Yeah, this got caught up in there. Some of this twine shit. I don't know how that got caught in there, but it did. So we cleaned that off, so that shouldn't ruin it. We still got to do this thing too. I got to put tape around the dewey. Take this little bolt back with me. I did put a little drop of, like I said, I think I said that earlier. I just put one drop of that stuff in this gun. I'm not going to run it anymore, so I shouldn't have to. I think I still have plenty in there, but I figured, well, I'll give it one little shot anyway. Pressure slowly dropping, but yeah, so I think I'm going to clean up and I guess clean the shop up, get some of these tools out of here. I might keep the grinder back here for a while, because I still might do some more grinding, but the drill, I think I could take the drill back, the DeWalt, and drill there, and clean everything up good enough, and I could actually almost use this air to clean my floor. Might as well. Clean this fucking mess up, I guess. I might even have to put more air in the tank, but doesn't have to be perfect, but just cleaner than it is now. I think I'm getting a little bit low now. That's clean air anyway. Kind of wet here too, so nothing's really going to move because it's kind of wet. So damn leaves, let's go here. That should be more than good enough, I think. Doesn't have to be perfect. Still gotta wash this thing yet, too. Get the winter shit off it. Oh, shit. I still got to sweep it anyway, get it better, but not right now. I just want to clean up the tools and stuff and get that out. Get some of the dust off everything. Ah, come on. So yeah, I guess that'll pretty much be it for today. I got plenty of other vids coming up, so but whatever. So yeah, a little bit of air left in the tank, not much though. Probably not even 5 psi. Nope, she's damn near empty. Just about empty. So yeah, there's my grinder and my drill. Gotta clean all that crap up and get it into the house, and you know, so it's out of the bloody way. Gotta get the trimmer running. Should be doing that pretty quick. I wonder if this would work if you built that pressure. If, like in the fall, you want to clean your hoses out, tape that on there, and just. I want to try that this fall. Stretch it out, and you know, put my hand on it, and just get the shit right out of the hoses. There's probably still water in this hose. Wouldn't doubt it, but it hasn't cracked yet because I haven't used these hoses in a couple of years now. So I guess yeah. Those peoples. But anyways, guys, I think I'll probably take off then for today. I'm going to stab this thing back on to set how deep you want her to till. And then I want to till a little bit deeper yet, but the tiller won't go that deep yet because it's the ground's still kind of hard yet. I usually just like to go one hole at a time, and then once I know it's just chewed it up good enough, then I'll go down another hole. On the I think it was the north garden. I think I could set that depth gauge all the way down because she tills there pretty good, but the south one, since that's a new one now, that one it's going to take a lot of work. So the north one always was a garden. It's always been there for years and years. So it's been tilled up good enough. So she tills pretty good. Makes her work a little harder, but you know, that's all right. So yeah, so I guess I fixed the axles, so maybe I don't have to buy new ones then, hopefully. And those bolts are about as tight as I can get them without them going right through the washers. So they don't need to be that extremely tight anyway. I think that's a little bit overkill for those thin axles, but I think it'll be good enough. I'll keep my eye on them. I'll be able to tell if they're getting loose or not because, you know, the axles will start peeling apart again. So I guess I'll keep my eye on them and I guess just see what they do. You know, I gotta do some maintenance to this thing too before we get it running. Just like, you know, check the oil, blow the filter out, check the belts. This is belt driven, the tines, so one for forward and one for reverse. The reverse one's a little bit dipped, so I gotta work on that yet, but I don't know, we don't really need it right now anyway. So yeah, she seems pretty good. Glad to have her back on her wheels. I noticed that when my board was sitting here and the moisture had actually started sucking the moisture up too. So that can start drying off. So this is just a perfect board to hold my tiller. It's just long enough too, so got to keep this out of the moisture as much as possible, as it'll start to rot. So I guess I'll just put it there and I can kind of start drying. But yeah, so I suppose, guys, I'm going to take off then for today. I'll probably do a little bit of cleaning here and get that depth gauge put back on and little yellow van. I'm going to put the drill away, take the drill back to the house, and yeah, I guess I'll keep my grinding wheel here because I still might need it. And take the impact gun back. I don't need that anymore. Should be all good then. Take my sockets back too. So yeah, so anyway guys, I guess I'm gonna take off. So I guess just have a excuse me. Just I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, tubes. See you guys later.